Hey everyone, it's your boy Deviush, aka Crypto Mike Typhon in this bitch, and today we're gonna be looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin on Kraken. Because I wanted to have a clean chart, so I had to pull up Kraken Bitcoin USD chart. And now let's look. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw some lines, I'm gonna draw some levels, and we'll see what we might predict or what is the current situation. All right, so first of all, let's check, let's see what are the obvious things that we can see. Well, one of the obvious things is that we globally, so to speak, had a inverse uh, head and shoulders that broke out to the upside. So this was the head and shoulders, and it broke out here, right? So it broke out, went up. Now, of course, it's gonna retest. It retested, it bounced very nicely, it went up, and of course, a lot of people were trying to sell, so it went back down again. So this is the global situation, so to speak. Question is it gonna continue down and bounce, or is it gonna break down and go further down? Let's even change the color of the last scenario to red, and let's make this green. So which of those scenarios is gonna happen? Are we gonna go down, break, and continue down, or are we gonna go up? So that's the first thing I think about when I see this chart. So again, reversed head and shoulders, broke out to the upside, retested, bounce, and now we are retesting this neckline again. All right. What else can we see? Let me remove that so we have better view. What else can we see? On a slightly smaller scale, slightly less global, we can see a pattern or a trend line. If we connect the candle closes on the daily, which are pretty obvious right here, we have a trend line which we tried to break out of to the downside, but we didn't. We went up again, and now we have broken it again. It broke out to the downside again, and it wasn't just any breakdown. We have it coupled with a huge ass engulfing daily candle. And very often what we see with engulfing candles on the daily is that they tend to reverse things. Like here, for example, we go up, then we have this engulfing, and sooner or later we go down, right? Here's another engulfing candle, but this one is huge, right? Also, here's another example. We had an engulfing candle, and things went down afterwards. Not forever, but at least a little bit, right? Where else can we see it? Right here, for example, we have a huge engulfing candle, this one, and after this we see some downward movement, then upward movement, another engulfing candle, again some downward movement. So those engulfing candles on the daily, they are not to play with. They can have very strong power of continuation in the reversing direction. So we have two things now. Number one, we have this reversing engulfing candle, which is thick on the daily. Number two, we have this trend line, which we kind of broke out to the downside with, right? So yeah, it looks a little bit like we have two arguments for some downward movement. Now question is, if it happens, if we really go down because of this candle and because we broke out to the downside, how much further down are we going to go? Now, if we go with this global scenario of reverse head and shoulders, then we might actually expect to bounce it right here. Maybe it can hold support, right? Maybe we can even pierce the neckline of this reverse head and shoulders, and even with a little wick pierce through it and go back up again like this. Might happen because we have here some nice level which we bounced off earlier already, so we might do it again here, right? But of course, if we do not, if we go down now and we close a thick ass daily candle at around this level or lower, ooh, that wouldn't look too bullish then, because if we do that, we kind of break down and confirm the breakdown, then we might go downwards at least to 100k, something like this. Totally possible if we break down. But something tells me that it's not gonna happen. Something tells me that it's not gonna happen. So it's my intuition is this: we're gonna go down like this, we're gonna bounce from here, something like that. And after this, only God knows. Only God knows. Maybe like this, maybe like this. We'll see later, but yeah, that's how I see it. Right now I'm at a short. I placed the short right on top here, and I'm 150% or something in plus, and I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna. I said I'm gonna take some profits right here. So maybe I should divide it into profits taking here and here, but maybe I will do it later. Right now I have a take profit level at around here. So yeah, let's see what the future brings, motherfuckers. Yeah.